26 north, west of 87 west. Gale warning tonight. South wind 20 to 30 knots with frequent gusts to gale force. Seas 7 to 10 feet. Friday. West wind 20 to 30 knots with frequent gusts to gale force, diminishing to 10 to 20 knots in the afternoon. Seas 8 to 11 feet. Friday night. Northwest wind 10 to 15 knots, shifting to north after midnight. Seas 6 to 9 feet. Saturday. Northeast wind 10 to 15 knots. Seas 4 to 6 feet. Saturday night. East wind 10 to 15 knots. Seas 4 to 5 feet. Sunday. East wind 10 to 15 knots. Seas 4 to 5 feet. Sunday night. Southeast wind 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Monday. South wind 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Monday night. South wind 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Tuesday. South wind 10 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Tuesday night. Southeast winds less than 10 knots, shifting to south after midnight. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Gulf of Mexico. From 22 north to 26 north, west of 87 west. Gale warning tonight. Southeast winds 20 to 30 knots. Seas 6 to 9 feet. Friday. West of 95 west, north winds 25 to 35 knots. Elsewhere, south winds 20 to 30 knots, becoming north 10 to 20 knots in the afternoon. Seas 7 to 10 feet. Friday night. East winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 6 to 8 feet. Saturday. East winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 5 to 7 feet. Saturday night. East winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 4 to 6 feet. Sunday. Southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Sunday night. Southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Monday. Southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Monday night. Southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Tuesday. Southeast winds 10 to 15 knots, diminishing to less than 10 knots in the afternoon. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Tuesday night. Southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Southwest Gulf of Mexico. South of 22 north, west of 87 west. Gale warning tonight. Southeast winds 15 to 25 knots, within 60 nautical miles of coast of Veracruz, and southeast 10 to 20 knots elsewhere. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Friday. Within 60 nautical miles of coast of Veracruz, south winds 15 to 25 knots, shifting to northwest 30 to 40 knots in the afternoon. Elsewhere, south winds 10 to 20 knots. Seas 6 to 9 feet within 60 nautical miles of coast of Veracruz, and 4 to 6 feet elsewhere. Friday night. Within 60 nautical miles of coast of Veracruz, north winds 15 to 25 knots, shifting to northwest 10 to 15 knots after midnight. Seas 6 to 9 feet, subsiding to 4 to 6 feet after midnight. Elsewhere, north winds 10 to 15 knots, shifting to east after midnight. Seas 4 to 6 feet. Saturday. Northwest winds less than 10 knots. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Saturday night, northeast winds less than 10 knots. Seas 3 feet. Sunday, east winds 10 to 15 knots, shifting to northeast in the afternoon. Seas 3 feet. Sunday night, east winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Monday, east winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 feet. Monday night, east winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Tuesday, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Tuesday night, east winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Gulf of Mexico, east of 87 west. Gale warning. Tonight, southeast winds 15 to 25 knots, increasing to 20 to 30 knots, with frequent gusts to gale force lake. Seas 5 to 7 feet. Friday, south winds 20 to 30 knots, with frequent gusts to gale force. Seas 7 to 10 feet. Friday night, south winds 10 to 20 knots. Seas 6 to 9 feet. Saturday, south winds 10 to 20 knots. Seas 5 to 7 feet. Saturday night, east winds less than 10 knots. Seas 4 to 6 feet. Sunday, southeast winds less than 10 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Sunday night, east winds less than 10 knots. Seas 3 feet. Monday, east winds 10 to 15 knots, shifting to southeast in the afternoon. Seas 3 feet in the morning, subsiding to 2 feet or less. Monday night, east winds less than 10 knots. Seas 2 feet or less. Tuesday, southeast winds less than 10 knots. Seas 2 feet or less. Tuesday night, east winds less than 10 knots. Seas 2 feet or less. This is United States Coast Guard Communications Command, out.